Oh my God.
Oh, Mum.
She's not gonna help you now. Halfway down.
No, no, no. I should call more cars, Daddy. Hey, Jacob.
Oh, hey, Matt.
What are we driving today?
Bro, I'm confused. I don't even know what this thing is.
I'm a little confused as well, guys. You see, this used to be called just the Audi e-Tron. And then Audi were like, wait, we're going to be releasing a lot more electric cars, and we're going to also call those e-Tron. So like, well, we better rename the e-Tron
To the Q8 e-Tron.
I'm so confused. Anyway, so this is the Q8 e-Tron, but you can think of it as the e-Tron SUV that's been facelifted and renamed. So it's got a few new changes, but it's also more expensive. It's gone up about 8 grand in price. So this one is 165,000 Australian dollars drive away.
Woo.
Then you add on a few options and we're up to about 173 grand drive away for this Audi Q8 e-Tron 55.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of money.
It's quite a bit of money. So today we're going to take you for an exterior tour, see all the changes with the new Audi Q8 e-Tron. Then we're going to check out the interior and practicality. Then we're going to launch it, Jacob, because one of the big changes for this is it gets a bigger battery. Does that affect performance? Let's find out. And then we are going to drive this thing, give it lots of sauce, see just how comfy it is on this air suspension as well. It's pretty good. Jacob, let's get into it. Thank you to today's video sponsor, WiperTech. WiperTech sell high quality and durable wiper blades delivered straight to your door. Designed for all Aussie conditions, these blades fight rust, reduce wind lift, and glide smoothly thanks to their aerodynamic design and Teflon embedded rubber. They're easy to install, offer a perfect fit guarantee, and backed by a full 12-month warranty. Click the link below and use code CarSauce15 during checkout to get 15% off your order plus free express shipping. Thanks to WiperTech for sponsoring today's video. Alrighty, friend, let's talk about this.
I tell you what, man, from the front, it really looks like a sedan.
It does. It looks like a sedan because it's not quite Audi Q8 levels of big. And that's something that really confused me as well. Because I was like, well, this doesn't really look like an Audi Q8 to me, the big, fat SUV. In terms of size, it actually sits somewhere between the Audi Q5, which is known to be quite small, and the Audi Q7 as well. So yeah, looks can be deceiving, and names as well, apparently. You do have these LED daytime running lights with sequential indicators. Pretty sure that's the same. What has changed is this grille that has been revised. You'll also see the Audi badges there, the rings. Well, it's flat.
They're looking a bit flat, bro.
And it's white. I actually really like it, man.
It's very, you know, that corporate minimalism vibe.
Yeah, but I don't know. I vibe with it, if I'm being totally honest. You have some active aero here to streamline air across the side. You've also got some active shutters here that open and close depending on making this car as efficient as possible. The thing that this car still doesn't do well, though, is its efficiency. It's actually quite poor. In fact, it's very poor. So that's really the reason that they put in the bigger battery, because this thing sucks electricity, and so you do get more realistic range to what they said before. Jacob, let's check out the side.
Let's do it.
One thing the e-Tron definitely has over a BMW iX is just its styling.
Oh, really? I would say the iX looks pretty cool too.
I think it looks cool, but not beautiful.
No, this is definitely a lot more elegant.
To be fair, we do have the Sportback, which is something I would never recommend unless you're really dead set on having a coupe SUV look, because frankly, it takes away quite a lot of practicality for this car, but we'll come back to that. So here we have these 21-inch wheels. So when you go for the coupe over the wagon or standard SUV, you do get about $10,000 worth of inclusions, which is why it's about $10,000 more, and that includes these wheels. It's also got Bridgestone tires on them. They're actually really good tires, man.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what? It's actually pretty comfortable on the road.
Yeah, it's got quite a lot of mechanical grip, which is very good. Also, press a button here. Ooh. Oh, then you can access your charging ports. This thing can charge up to 170 kilowatt on DC fast charging. You've also got AC charging there too. And you've got a port on each side, so you can charge with AC just on the left side, but this one can do DC as well. Big
rock on, dude.
Rock on AC, DC, akadaka. This.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Please don't do this. This is a $3,800 option. These are a digital camera system. They're really bad. People have talked about them before. I've never actually experienced them until I drove this for myself. Believe what people say, it's not very good. You're much better off just staying for the standard mirrors. Adjusting them is a pain in the bum.
You can't see clearly out of them.
Viewing angle is like almost 90 degrees from where you sit. Like, it's genuinely really strange that that even got through testing. But anyway, it did. You've got your Audi and Q8 Sportback e-Tron Quattro badge there. So that's now laser etched into there. That's new for the facelift slash new car. You've also got no tinted privacy glass, Jacob.
On a day like today, you can feel it in the back.
It's just weird that this car that costs this much doesn't come with that factory tinted windows. I find that mind blowing. And then of course you have that swoopy, coupy look, which admittedly does look very, very good.
It does look pretty sick, especially with that ducktail spoiler.
Oh, that ducktail spoiler, give it to me. I love it. Jacob, let's check out the bum.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, friend, let's talk about the bum. The big, fat, juicy bum.
This is probably the most Q8 looking angle of this car.
Yeah, it's very Q8-ish looking. It's just low. Anyway, you got a big LED light bar there. The lights, I'm pretty sure, are exactly the same. You do have the Audi rings there. This is new, and I don't love this. You've got like the S badge there, but it doesn't have an S in it. So what that means is that this has the S-Line package on it, which, no.
It's a little bit misleading.
It's like when they put the little M logo on the side of BMWs to say that it has the M Sport package thing. It's not an S, and it was really confusing at first. I was like, oh, yeah, rock on, I get an S. No, I don't. I get the 55. Okay?
It's just a Q8. I'm so sorry, Matt. Get over yourself.
Down the bottom, you have a revised bumper. It looks pretty damn good. Let's talk about this, though, Jacob. The practicality.
Spaghetti-o.
3, 2, 1. Powered tailgate.
I mean, you'd kind of expect that.
You would definitely expect that. Wow, Jacob, look at that magic of editing.
That was pretty, it was dirty, now it's clean.
I clicked my fingers and it was changed. So this is really the biggest drawback. I mean, there are a few others, but when you go for the Sportback, yes, it looks better. I will admit that. However, you lose a lot of space in the back. So as you can see, it's really deep, but it just cuts off there. So getting anything larger than like one large suitcase up, you're not gonna be able to fit it in. So it definitely impacts on the interior space. You can drop down the rear seats if you don't have anyone in the back, fine, sure. But if you do, good luck. Also under here, you have quite a lot of storage, and you've also got this removable little container and a space saver spare wheel. Look, it's still a pretty big space, you could call it. However, it is heavily compromised because of that coupé design.
Yeah, but Matt,
Huh?
at least you get a frunk.
You do get a frunk. Why do I always forget everything? Why did my mum never love me? Yeah, that's true, you do. Yeah, you do get a little frunk, although that's where your charging cables will end up going, so you're not really gonna put anything there.
But what if you put your charging cables in the boot? You ever think about that?
I try not to. Jacob, let's check out the interior. Alrighty.
Oh, do that again.
Oh,
my
sounds
goodness.
So good. Listen, it's like
that's build quality right there.
Look, this thing is built really well. Stepping inside the Audi Q8 e-Tron, it's a really nice place to be. I mean, you touch around, there's soft touch materials absolutely everywhere. I'm not going to say they're the nicest feeling soft touch materials though. They're just plastic, like clearly plastics. Still, it feels really nice. There's clearly leather in other places too. For example, this center armrest that can do that very Volkswagen-y thing. Has a tiny bit of storage inside. One of the things I do when I pick up a car is I try not to learn anything about it. I just try to kind of get used to it. To be fair, we do now do daily news and reviews multiple times a week on our website, CarSauce.com. So I'm starting to know a lot more about cars in general. So definitely check that out on a daily bloody basis, please. We need that SEO daddy. But anyway, you're sitting in here and I was kind of like, this looks very similar to the e-Tron S that we had.
Yeah, that was a bit of a hunch you had, wasn't it?
Yeah. So when I learned that this was essentially just a facelifted version of the e-Tron, I was like, okay,
not surprising.
That makes sense. There are some things I really like about this interior. It's just the build quality. It feels so substantial. You touch the screen. Can you hear that?
Oh, that's so nice.
It's so nice. You just get this really good haptic feedback from the display here. This display as well, which is your climate controls and some other random functions, including your heated seat. Listen to these buttons.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it just feels so good. Everything just feels like it's had a lot of thought given to it, and it is really just a solid feeling interior, and it feels heavy. This car is heavy. It weighs over 2.5 tons. Storage is okay. So in the center here, you've got this slightly weird open area. You've got a couple of fold-out cup holders that aren't the best. They fold themselves back in really easily. You have a wireless charger there as well, 12-volt socket. Like, it's a decent amount of space. It's certainly not the most amount of space, and I think they could have done a better job in terms of the practicality. The glove box is pretty massive though, so that's good. You've also got pretty large door bins as well, but like, yeah, that area is just tiny, man.
Yeah, I feel like they had so much space in where the transmission tunnel would normally be, and they haven't really maximized it that much.
No, exactly right. I think there's some things they could do better in that sense, but still, you can't fault the technology. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The 360 camera, it's pretty good. It's actually not the best. We've seen some Chinese cars that are a quarter of the price and come with way better 3D cameras, but still, it's pretty good. The climate controls, even though, yes, they are in a screen, at least it's a dedicated screen, it's always there, and you do get that feedback when you touch it, so that's all good. Up in front of you, you have Audi's virtual cockpit, and this is really good. It's so snappy, so responsive. I think it's the best in the business. It just shows you so much information. It's almost information overload, but it's still easy to use.
You think it's better than the Mercedes?
100%.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I do like the full screen map view. I think it's pretty good.
I just find it easy to use, to be honest.
Yeah, the Mercedes is a little bit too much, I think.
And if you want to learn more about the MBUX system that you'll find in Mercedes EVs, you can click the link below for our EQE 350 review. I'm just coming back to this because it's just bad. These screens here, man.
Yeah, look, they're not the best implementation of that we've seen. I think we used a better one on the Genesis.
Yes, the Genesis GV60 did have a better display. It's okay, but it's not the best. Steering wheel feels super nice in the hands. It's also automatically adjusting, as you would kind of hope.
Telescoping.
Hubble telescope me, Dad. Don't know what that means. When you go for the coupe, you do get upgraded seats. These are Valcona leather seats. They feel really, really nice. Adjustable in so many ways, including your leg support as well. They're sport seats, but I'm not going to say they're like the grippiest seats in the world, but they do a pretty decent job. Also your shifter. That's an odd unit.
I can see people having difficulty the first time they try and use that.
Yeah, anyway, it works fine once you get used to it, so I can't really complain. It's a decent enough interior. I do think the BMW iX interior is just more exciting, a bit nicer, but it is more expensive, so there you go.
To each their own.
Another weird thing, no sunroof.
I thought you were flipping me off for a second there, man. Honestly.
You were like, I'm about to go in and jiu-jitsu this boy.
I'm about to choke this guy out.
Yeah, no sunroof. Kind of would expect that at this price.
I'm so surprised by that, you know?
It's a bit shocking. I don't know if it was a weight thing or if it was a structural rigidity thing or what it was, but there's no sunroof and that's weird at this price point. Let's check out the back seats.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, friend. Coming to the back seats now, the Audi Q8 e-Tron. Again, attention to detail. These lights up here, no one cares about them, but listen to this.
You care about them.
That is a tactile switch, daddy. Very good. Heaps of legroom. Toe room is actually pretty good too. Headroom is actually okay. I thought it'd be a lot worse because of the sloping roofline. This isn't great though, Jacob. I've been child locked. Excuse me.
You better unchild lock yourself. Stat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dude, that's like literally halfway down.
No. Okay. That window needs to go down more than that. It's like halfway open. But that's one of the compromises you make when you start to slope the roofline. So be as you may as you do.
It is what it is.
Okay, you got matte pockets here. You got a couple of air vents. You've also got quad zone climate control here in the coupe.
You know what's annoying about that though?
Tell me.
The front can control it.
That would annoy you.
That would annoy you if you're in the rear and you want to control your own aircon, but the front keeps changing it from the temperature
Well, listen,
that you
maybe
want.
you shouldn't have put it so low. I don't want to lose all my range. You've got a couple of USB-C ports down there, a 12-volt socky-wocky. You've also got a nice little center armrest with a couple of cup holders, some storage in there, and that's all nice leather as well. Again, Valcona leather seats in the back. So yeah, overall, it's a pretty nice place to be. It's not like mind-blowing me in any kind of way. There's like no heated seats in the back. Again, something I kind of expected this price point, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below, just below that like button and subscribe. Am I wrong?
I don't know, man. I like the back, but it is a bit of a German rainbow. It's kind of boring, especially without the sunroof.
It's kind of boring. Yeah, come on. Let's launch it. Alrighty, Daddy Jacob. It's time to launch the Audi Q8 e-Tron. We're gonna put the car, gonna press this.
It just takes so bloody long to change drive modes.
Okay.
Shh, all right. Shh. Air suspension.
It's on what it needs to be. We're gonna brake boost launch it. Fist me. Oh, it's like, let me go, Dad. Okay, here we go, baby. Oh God, just quick.
Oh my God.
Momo.
Oh.
Whoa! Dude,
my
we
God.
well beat the claim.
We beat the claim.
0 to 100 in 5.49 seconds. That's faster than the 5.7 or 8.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think your words of encouragement helped it.
You know, I should call more cars, Daddy.
No, that was me.
Oh.
You called the car Momo.
do we? Oh, did I? Bro, I don't even know what I call cars anymore. All right, let's drive this thing.
Okay.
Alrighty, friend. Driving the Audi Q8 e-Tron.
I have anxiety.
Why?
Because there's 290 kilometers of range left.
All right, let's talk about probably the worst part of this car before we get into anything else, and that is it's not the most efficient. So I'm driving just on the highway today, getting 24.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That's not terrible, but
It's not bad on the highway.
It's weird because around town I'm getting close to like 30. Really, the biggest change for this car is that I think Audi have actually listened to feedback. So it's gone up from about 95 kilowatt hours to about 114. So quite a substantial increase. Because the last time I drove an Audi e-Tron, I was getting close to about 300 kilometers range. That was the S, to be fair, but it was pretty bad.
That's really bad in Australia.
This is better. So I'm getting closer to like 360, 370, which is a lot better.
But you do get that extra added weight, of course, because of a bigger battery.
Yeah, exactly. That's always a trade-off with adding a bigger battery. But what you're not trading off on is the amount of power this car puts out. So all-wheel drive, it's got front and rear wheel drive, quattro, as Audi call it. Oh. 300 kilowatt of power, 664 newton meters of torque.
Those are decent numbers, especially for an EV that can give instant bloody torque. Do it. Oh my God.
Mum.
She's not gonna help you now.
So this is the biggest difference to like the EQE that we drove, is that it's actually got a good amount of power, not just torque.
Oh my God.
So it does drive very well. We are in comfort mode at the moment. Air suspension, naturally.
It's very comfortable.
It's so comfortable, even going around these corners. Do experience a little bit of body roll though, so let's, I'm gonna, come
Let's
up.
stiffen these up.
Menu.
There's too many bloody drive modes, Audi. Choose 3.
Dynamic.
All right. Oh my, whoa.
Yeah, so now we get boost mode.
That was
And
crazy different.
boost mode is quite fast. Obviously the suspension is a little bit stiffer, but it's still not uncomfortable.
Jeez.
A little bit of body roll, but you can't really get rid of that in a 2.5 ton vehicle. It's just fast, man. For a car that, you know, is not an S, it's not the performance version.
Oh
it just
my
has
God.
a lot of performance to give.
Holy moly, man. That is a lot of torque.
That's a lot of torque. It just throws you back in your seat.
I will say it's not the most exciting drive,
No.
but it is, you know, it's like sporty in an EV way.
Sporty in an EV way. That's a great way to put it. Huh?
Oh.
Sounds great.
Nice horn.
So while we're in dynamic, friend, we might as well see how this thing handles through some twisties. It's got some very heavy steering in this dynamic mode. Very direct though, very, very direct. In fact, it feels pretty fantastic. Definitely not like the BMW level of firmness and, you know, connected to the road, but you get that trade-off for being a bit more comfy.
It's what we've come to expect from Audi, I think, in terms of like being in between Mercedes and BMW.
Exactly. One's far too sprung, the other one is
Far too
not.
stiff.
Tickle me. Tickle my little pickle.
Okay. Oh my God.
It's a bit of a gentle
It just
acceleration.
keeps building though. It's not like
No, it doesn't just give you 100% of power right at the beginning, because it would just spit its wheels.
it would probably break the rear axle.
Oh wow, this thing
my
is
God.
so direct.
Oh, dude, EVs are a cheat mode.
Our cheap
around
mode.
here.
With the battery in the floor. Oh my God.
Oh, it turns.
But that is good.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
That is good calibration. my
And you
friend.
know what? If you were a better driver, we could have gone up there way faster.
Oh man, this thing is quick.
Oh my God.
This thing is really, really quick. Look, as you say, it's not like the most exciting drive, but if we put the car back into comfort, it's just
Tranquil.
it's tranquil.
It's serene.
It's nice. The sound system is amazing. You're sitting here. You got enough screens that you feel like you've spent a lot of money, but it's not like terrifying, you know?
No, I do love the dual display here with the climate controls. It's a good implementation. Oh, with the haptic feedback.
Haptic feedback. You feel so good. Let me touch you. Let me touch you. Let me touch you. Yeah, really, really nice. The other thing it does pretty well, I'm not going to say it does it any better though than Mercedes or BMW, in fact probably a little bit worse, is the lane centering, it's the autonomous driving. Like, it's there, it's just not like the most lane centering, you know what I mean? It doesn't really hook you up straight in the middle of the lane and drive itself in that way. It's pretty good.
It's more of a gentle assistance.
It's more
I
of a
feel like
gentle.
Audi is not leading the pack when it comes to adaptive cruise control and lane centering.
At least not in Australia.
No. I know in Europe they have those models that can, you know,
Bloody-
overtake and merge by themselves.
We don't get that.
No. illegal in Australia.
Daddy Australia doesn't get that. Jacob, let's get into our final bloody thoughts.
Let's send this thing off.
Alrighty, friend. Final thoughts on the Audi Q8 e-Tron.
I was confused, and I'm still confused.
Oh, look, I think we've done a pretty damn good job at explaining it. It used to be an e-Tron. They've just renamed it and given it a facelift. It still has a pretty big deficiency, in my opinion, which is its efficiency, fuel economy.
It's got an efficiency deficiency.
Yes, it's got an efficiency deficiency. It really sucks up range. However, if you are looking for the biggest, baddest Audi EV, it's going to be the Q8 e-Tron. I just think you'd be remiss not to check out the BMW iX as well, which we've linked down below, because
the interior on that is spectacular.
It's spectacular.